Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. God bless you. Yes. Mm. This is Vichy water. We call it Vichy water. At that type, you eat and you see that the food that you eat is not that digest. You just drink little bit, not too much. You just be drinking it little by little because you have gas. Mm. Some of you will not drink gas because you say your stomach will make your stomach too big, but it will help a lot. Yes, some people that will eat, after eating, we see that the food is not coming down. As me, I always drink it a lot. Sometimes I will just eat, you will see that the food is not coming down. Look like all the food I eat is here. I need to drink a little bit of this water. It help a lot. Yes, it helped me. Then it look like it's helping me to, is it regulator we call it? I don't know. It will help me to digest the food. To come down a little bit. Yes. God bless you. This is night. Night. The word of God told us, say, when men sleep, his enemies came. Yes. Before you go to bed and sleep, make sure you pray. Make sure you pray. It's very important. I know that some of you are sleeping. Please, if you come across this video, just connect, join me. Watch. Yes, watch the video. God bless you. God bless you. Join if you are online. Let me see. Someone is joining me so I can go ahead and discuss what I want to discuss this night. Yes, there are some parts that are not yet sleeping. Some of you come back from work, you are tired. Faithful God, you have done so much for me. From January to December, you have done so well for me. You have to pray with everything, anything you want to do at all. You commit it to the hands of God. You sing praises. Be that particular man, that woman that always happy. Yes, a heart that is happy, a mind that is happy, receive a lot. When you make yourself to be happy, you will see that the things that you have been waiting for, they are just falling in line the way you want it to be. Yes. If you are happy, it makes you to look younger. Yes, if you are that kind particular person that you always make yourself, no matter what you are passing through, you always make yourself, you always try your best to make sure that you are happy. There is nobody that is not passing through difficulties, so it's not only you one that is passing through difficulties. Yes, sometimes you have to try as much as possible to make yourself to be happy. It gets reason. There are certain reasons that, many reasons. There is many things that happiness can give you. Even if money cannot give you, but your happiness will give you. And that happiness, money cannot give you happiness. If money can give happiness, go and ask all these rich people that have married. They married. Is their money giving them happiness? No. Happiness is from inside. If you really come across a particular person, the person will say, this person, I want to make her, I want to make him to be happy. That person, if really is from God, you will be happy. You will be happy. There is nothing you will do that person cannot forgive you. The person will forgive you because that is the promise. That particular person has promised that she wants to make you to be happy. Especially some of you that are married. If your wife said that she wants to make you to be happy for the rest of her life, she will really try her best to make sure that you are happy as a man. If that happiness is not there, that means you are the one that is making things not to work right. You have to work on yourself. You have to be happy, no. It's not everything that all these things that you are looking for from one place or the other that can give you. Money cannot give you happiness. Happiness is from inside. Some people will just carry money, especially those of you that don't want to go and marry. You say you want to use this money to entice one woman so that the woman will like you or the woman will make you to be happy. No. If that money is finished, that woman will just go. Because you try to use money to buy happiness. You don't use money to buy happiness. It has to be you have to allow that happiness to come from inside that particular person. Yes, that is how it works. There are some certain things that money cannot give you, but happiness will give you. Some people, they will go and buy cream, they will buy many things to make sure they look younger. There are some certain period that you will see that all those cream, they will not work again. But when you have this happiness inside of you, you rub cream, you did not rub cream, you make up, you did not make up, you look younger. Yes, because you are that type that's always happy every time. Go and put it to practice. So no, if I am wrong, just put it in the comment section. You say, Madam, you are wrong. Put it into practice. Happiness is very good. Make yourself to be happy. Yes, it's part of life. Make it to be part of your life. Say, no matter what I'm passing through, I must be happy. It's not that problem will not come. It's not that you will not see temptation. It's not that things will not be rough. Things is going to be rough. But you have to try as much as possible to make sure that your happiness conquer them all. Yes. Get reason. There is reason for that. Make sure that you always try your best. You make sure say that this particular something, I'm not going to weigh down. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to lose hope. Yes. When people even see you, they see that you are smiling. Maybe they want to come and even visit you. They will say, yeah, what particular something that passed through. They will come to your home. They will come to you. They will see that you are smiling. You put the best picture. You put it in your profile. They see that you are smiling. You make you to look younger. You make all those problems to go. All those people that are even contributing to that particular problem, they will weak. They will take their hand off from you. Then you will continue to move on. That is how it is. Happiness can conquer many things. Put it into practice, as I said before, and you will see. Happiness conquer it all. You have to make sure you make yourself, you be that man and that woman that always make yourself to be happy. But that is not my topic tonight. Yes. Tonight I want to talk about some certain things. Some certain things you don't need to borrow. Yes, some certain things you don't need to borrow. You know, when we talk about borrow, people will say, I want to borrow this, I want to borrow this, I want to borrow this. There are some certain things that you don't need to borrow to do. That is what I want to talk about tonight. Borrowing is good though if you want to, but there are some certain things you don't need to borrow. Because it's not, if we talk about this borrow, it's not everything that you have. Yes, it's not everything that you have. You may just tell somebody that this is your car or this your particular something. I just need it for a particular something. When you use it, you return it. You borrow, it's not your own. It's not that one, it's not your own. But there are some certain things you don't need to borrow. Number one thing that you don't need to borrow money to do is when you want to start business. Yes. Some of you want to start business. You will say you want to go and carry loan. You will go to bank. You are looking for one place or the other to carry this money, to start business. The business that you just want to start. You just want to start this particular business. Yes, maybe some of you have an idea. Maybe some of you want to go and meet a friend. Maybe some of you have a relation that will help you, a relative. Yes, maybe your brother, your sister, your cousin, or whatsoever that want to help you in that particular business. You have not even yet started. You are looking for money. If somebody say, yeah, what are you looking for? You say that you are looking for money to start business. You don't look for money to start business. Why? The reason is that you don't even know whether the business is going to succeed or not. That is why you must not look for money to start a business. Yes, anything that your hand laid on, anything at all your hand laid on, you know that capital is for you. Even though it's little, go and start with your own capital. Hold that money in your hand and begin to make some what? Declaration. No matter how little it is, start from somewhere. You see all these big business you are seeing everywhere, they start from somewhere. Yes, when you now see that, you start with that little that you have. You start with that little that you have. You buy, you sell, you see gain, you collect your own, you still see your own money, the little one that you have. You continue. Before you know, your business will grow. If your business now grow, you want to go to bank, you want to go to some people, you want to go to anywhere, all the finance bank that are borrowing money for people, you want to go and borrow money. You can borrow. You can borrow, but don't borrow money to start. Use your own capital to start that particular business. Anything at all. Many people today, they start from little. They start from little business like this. You will see that they were even hawking, putting things in their head. They are hawking from one place to the other to make sure that they sell. But some of them today, they have big stores. They have sales girls. They have sales boys. It's not only their money that is involved now. Some of them, they carry money from bank. Some of them, they carry loan. They carry big money from different places to establish that business. Why? Because they start from somewhere. They start from scratch with their own capital. It's not some of you go and borrow money, and at the end of the day, you borrow money to start a little business, and you start the business, it did not work. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You did not see capital. You will not even see your own. Talk less of, you want to even say you want to return the one that you borrowed. That is why you don't use your own, you don't borrow money to what? To start business. You have to make sure that you try your possible best to start that business with your own capital first. You have to start with your own capital first. When you now see that the business is growing, is booming, then if you want to borrow to make sure that that business is going to big, then you can borrow. You can go ahead and borrow. There is no problem. There is nothing wrong with that. Yes. Another thing I want to talk about that you must not borrow money to do is marriage. Yes, someone will tell me that they want to marry. There is no money. You will go to a bank, you go and borrow. Or you go to friends, you go and borrow. You go to another place, you want to borrow. You want to borrow money to do marriage. Don't borrow money to do marriage. If you don't have money to marry now, and you want to marry, do as you can do. There is nothing like, they will say that marriage is very little. No. You and your wife have to come together. As a man, as a woman, you have to come together. This is what you have. Before you people start planning, at least you will know that you have something. So people will borrow money to buy wedding gown. You will borrow money to carry her. You will borrow money for reception hall. You will borrow money to buy big cake. What are not looking for you? And some of you, during the reception, that cake, you will not eat from inside. All those take away, you will not take anything away. You will borrow money. You will say you want to marry. And after the marriage, you will now start paying debt. You will say some people will start paying debt. That is their marriage gift. You have never even have your children, or maybe some of you, during that marriage, maybe some of you do blessing of marriage. Maybe the woman is pregnant. And after that marriage, another expenses is coming, on the way is coming, which is the baby you are carrying. You are going to take care of him or her, whether you like it or not. From that zero mess, if you have children, if you have a baby, you know how care, you know how many things you continue to buy to make sure that that child, you take care of her so that she will stay alive. She need more care. You see all those newborn baby, they eat money like never. So you have never even think of that. You will say you want to borrow money to marry. If you want to marry, you do the one you can do. You do the one you can do. Invite the people you can invite. If it is the two family can just come together, you know that you marry your wife, so free enter house. You marry your wife and enter house. That is the only thing that I know that you can do. This one, you will go and borrow money. You will borrow money to buy cow. You will borrow money to do many things, especially we that are from Africa. Many people will borrow money to do marriage so that they will impress people. They will say the marriage is the top of the town. After top of the town, what is the next level? You have to think of that. You have to think of that after this marriage now, there is something, there is life after marriage. What are you going to do? What are you preparing to do? Are you going to start paying debt? You will see some women, they will put their husband under pressure. They will put under pressure. They will tell them they must marry. They must marry. They must marry. Because you want to marry, you will put your husband under pressure to come and marry. And at the end of the day, they will borrow money to marry you. You are the same woman that will still complain that you don't have food to eat, you don't have anything to do, and your husband is paying debt. Because the people that he borrowed money from to get married to you, he's going to pay them. It's not for free. That is why you have to do something according to how your strength leads you, how your pocket is, not even your strength. You have the strength. You have strength. You have strength. You look at your pocket. This is what you have. This is what you want to do. Anything that you know that you want to do, this is what you can do. You cannot do more than what you cannot do. You do what you can do, then you leave the rest. Don't go and borrow money to marry. And at the end of the day, you will be looking at your husband like this. Your husband will be looking at you like this. Maybe you don't have a job for that period, or you have a job. Maybe your income is not that big. How are you going to pay? So you don't need to borrow money at all. Don't just bring it to suggestion. You will tell your husband or your wife, your husband will tell your wife to go and borrow money. Neither be from family, neither be from friends, neither be from anywhere, neither be from bank. Don't just borrow. When you know that you want to marry, you know the little that you have. You know that this kind of particular one, you have your bride price to pay. If you did not do church wedding for that period, no problem. You call your pastor to come and bless you. They can bless you. You enter your house. You marry. So if you have money to do it, it's not that it's bad to do it. But if you don't have, don't go and stress yourself. You will say, you know those kind of particular something that people will say, you must do this. You must do this. You must do this. You go and invite people. And at the end of the day, you don't have money to buy food to feed them. The more you are invited, the more you are printing your card. You have to make sure that your pocket is full. And you have to make sure your pocket is full. The more you invite people, the more that those people that you invite must have, maybe one of the person you invite will invite 5 more people to follow him or her to that party. And if they come to that your party, everybody has to take food away. For this kind of economy where we are now. So you have to know, if you have the money, you want to make a big celebration concerning your marriage, you can go ahead and do it. I'm not against it at all. But if you don't have, don't force your partner. Don't force your wife, or wife forcing husband, or husband forcing wife. Yes, bringing that type of suggestion that it will tell you to go and borrow money to marry. No, you should not borrow money to marry. Be yourself so that you will live long in that marriage. Because when there is not quarrel, the people you borrow money from, they are not coming after you. They will see your wife, you will say that, they will say, see, look at her. The husband come daddy to come and borrow money. Or the wife come daddy to come and borrow money. They have used money to marry and they did not come and pay. That looks somehow. It's better you just marry. You have peace. You have that peace of mind. Nobody is worrying you. You are just in that your home. Be happy. It's better. You are not owing anybody. You sleep, you wake up. You know that. Maybe somebody call you or somebody write you that is coming to your house. You will know that you are an expecting person. It's not that anyhow or anybody will just come to your door and be hitting your door because of, they will say, what is happening there? They will say, you borrow money to money, they refuse to pay. It looks somehow. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So these are the things you must not borrow money to do. Another thing you must not borrow money to do, don't go and borrow money to rent house, a big apartment. Yes, some people will say they want to rent a big apartment. You will go and borrow money to rent a big apartment. The salary you are receiving is not even up to the house that you are paying for. You will say you will borrow money, you want to live where? You will go and rent one big apartment a year. Maybe they will say come and be paying 2 million or 3 million or 5 million. You don't even have the money. How much is your salary every month? So you must not borrow money. You go to bank, you say you want to go and borrow money. I'm sorry. You want to go and borrow money to rent an apartment. You must not borrow money to rent a house. Look for the one that you can afford. If it is self-contained, little by little, from that self-contained, start doing whatsoever you can do. If it is work you are doing, face it. If it is what are you doing? If you are learning work or you work, you have a shop where you work, continue doing it little by little. You know that some people that have the big house today, they start from one room. You see this generation of children that we have, they don't want to start from anywhere. They don't want to start from scratch. Yes, those days when children are going to school, you will see that two children like this, they come together, they will rent in one room, they will sleep in there. You just want them to wake up and go. Those ones that don't have hostel to stay. Now you will see students, they are living in self-contained. Their parents are moving from one place to another, borrowing money to make sure that they rent apartment from them. Yes. Or you as a young couple, you want to borrow money to go and rent a big apartment because you will say you want to live comfortable. You have to start from somewhere. Yes, there is a particular place you are going. You start from somewhere. I remember those days when I was living alone. I was staying in one small room like this. It's not even up to 1,000. 1,000. Maybe now it will be that kind 2,000, 3,000 or 5,000 because things are expensive. Gradually, you start life from there. Before you know it, you will not have your own. Because if you go and live in a boring house, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you don't have money to pay. How are you going to survive? How are you going to make sure that you even start to lay your own foundation? You will say that you want to go and start your own building. It's not possible. It's not possible because the one that you have look like you are just what? You are just wasting that money. You are paying. The one you receive, you will use it to pay the one that you have borrowed before. So my brothers and sisters, don't use what? Don't use your capital. Don't go and borrow money. Don't go and borrow capital because you want to what? You want to live comfortable in a particular apartment. Do the one you can do. If you have one room, even though it's not that so beautiful, start from there. Start from there. It's little by little. Anyone that want to come and visit you, the person knows your condition, you know where you are now. One day, that is the people that I will even like to say I want to associate with. I said it before. I said that I don't want to associate with people that will say, hey, this is where I am now. How did you start? You know that kind of particular thing, and we know that this is how you start. This is how you start. This is how you start. That you start from somewhere. Look at where you are right now. That is what I want to hear. We have to first of all hear the story before we hear the testimony. Because if there is no story, there is no testimony. All these big people, they are coming from somewhere. You have to listen to their story. People that don't have story in this life, me, I don't like to dress close to them because you don't even have story to tell me. What am I going to learn? All what you are just telling me now is that you have this car, you have this money, you have this. How did you start? We have to know how you start that make you to be where you are today. So that way that is coming up, or the people that are coming up, they will come across your book, or they come across your video, or they come across you, you will try to tell your story to them so that people will learn from your story. That is how this life is. So if you don't start from little, you cannot get to the top. You have to start from a particular place before you can get to the top. That is how life is. Some people, they don't want to climb. They don't want to even start ladder. Yes, no ladder. Now you start it, you climb. They don't want to start there. They want to just start from up. You want to be there. So you should not borrow money at all to say you want to go and rent an apartment. Stay where you are. Little by little, for that one bedroom flat where you are, or that one room, even though it's not even flat, for that kind of particular place, before you know it, you will not have your own building. You will not be landlord of your own. You will not be landlady of your own. That is how it is. Life is not a place where you rush. Life is not a place where you are running every time you want to run. Many people have run in this world today. They are expired because they don't want to start from scratch. They don't have patience. There is nothing like patience in their dictionary. All what they just want is now, 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 now. They want that particular something now. And God is even telling you that thing, I don't want to bless you now. This God we serve, he know that if he bless people, what those people could have done, that is why he's giving people gap, giving us gap, give them gap. He's looking at each and every one of us. He will say that, I want to know how this my son will behave. If I bless this my son with 1 million, with 2 million, or any amount. Some of you, they have even bless you with 1,000. If you see your behavior, you will not let somebody to hear word. That is why you have to make sure you start from somewhere. You have to be a man and a woman that always have patience. Be patient. Because when that time comes, that God said, this is the time. This is the particular time. This is the time I want for you. This is the time I want you to rise. You will rise. There is nobody that can bring you down. You will be that light. No light. There will be no light like this. Nobody can quench that light. That is how it is. The only thing for you to achieve all this particular something that I am saying tonight, I don't know why God just put this thing in my mind tonight to say it. The only thing you have to do, you have to make sure you pray. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Some people will say, without prayer, you can succeed. For you, it's okay. If you have another thing that you know that you can rely on, go and rely on. You pray, whatsoever you are doing, you know that you want to do in life, begin to commit it to the hands of God. Tell God to bless that particular something. Anything at all. If you are a farmer, if you are a student, if you are a businessman, you are a businesswoman, anything you want to do. Even this content that you see that people are creating online, you have to make sure you commit it into the hands of God. Tell God to bless you. Tell God to prosper you. Tell God to establish you. Whatsoever, anything at all that you know you want to do, that is, you see that you are experiencing that delay, you are experiencing that particular something you don't supposed to experience. Tell God to establish you. Remove the spirit of delay. Me, myself, I'm still praying for myself. Oh, yes, I pray for myself every blessed day. We know that we work, we do tire, but we have to make sure we try our possible best to make sure that we pray for ourselves. You pray for your loved ones. You pray for the work of your hand. Tell God to bless the work of your hand. Tell God to elevate you. Tell God to establish you. And you will make it. You will make it. Prayer and work, they go together. You should not leave one and say you want to follow one. So people will be working, they will not have time to pray at all. They will say they are working. Why some people, they are not even working at all. They will pray, they will pray, they will pray. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every blessed day they are in the church, they will say they are praying. They are not doing anything at all. Yes, they are not doing anything at all. Sometimes you have to make sure that you pray, then you do something. It's not that you are believing God for a particular something, you are not doing anything about it. Anything you are believing God for, make sure you pray and you work towards it. Take action. Take action. If you don't like the situation, if you don't like the life you are living, you are the one that will change. You take action, then you change. Things will change. Be angry in your spirit. There are some prayer you will be praying. You will say, I don't like this situation. I don't like the life. I don't like. You will be angry in your spirit. Yes. You angry in your spirit. You make sure that problem, you put stop to it. You will say never, never again. Never again. Those kind of prayer of never again. You continue to pray them. Yes. More problem, more prayer. You pursue those power that are pursuing you. It's not that you will just sit down. You will not do anything at all. But you want to live life. You want to live this big life. You want to enjoy life. So people want to enjoy this life. And at the end of the day, you will still see them. They are the one that will use money to say, money is not everything. If money is not everything, we know that money is not everything. But as far as you are living this world, you need money. The one that you want, you have to pray for. is the one that comes from God, that is legal. Yes, God is our provider. He said he give us wealth. He give us wealth that had no sorrow. That is the one that you are going to pray for. Not the other way around. You will see that you see one particular person in your family, or you see one of your friends in your family, that anybody that is around you that is doing well, you will use money to commonize it. Yeah, money is not everything, no. But you, if they give you, you will take. Why did you collect? Why can't you say, I don't need it? Money is not everything. I don't want money. You will not collect. You will leave it there. So if you need it in this world where we live, this is where we need it. We need it to take care of ourselves. We need it to take care of our children. We need it to take care of everything around us. That is why we are here. So if you need it, you pray, you work towards it so that you can achieve your goal. Whatsoever things you want to achieve in this world, so that you can achieve it. God bless you. I am going to stop here tonight by the grace of God. Please watch this video. If you come across this video, watch this video to the end, and the good Lord will bless you in Jesus' name. God bless you. Have a blessed and wonderful good night. And don't forget to pray before you sleep tonight. God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.